Alright, so I made a wizard build and I find it quite disappointing. First off, I'm using Talrashas, so I just got the 6-piece set finally. These other bits are fine, but set number 6, attacks increase your damage by 750% for 8 seconds for arcane, cold, fire, and lightning attacks. They all add 1 stack. Okay, that's great. I've used this before. Works like a charm, especially when stacked with the meteor build, which is I'm actually not fully geared out for it, but it's close enough. I have Nilfr's Boast, which is the main damage booster, plus the Talrasha. Alright, so that said, when I go and set my skills up, I have 20% just from the force weapon, and then ice armor as just buffs, and then I have mana spenders here: meteor, blizzard, black hole, and disintegrate, fire based. So fire, arcane, cold, lightning, right? Sounds great. And then I have this ability here, or this item: while channeling arcane torrent, disintegrate, which is what I'm using, or ray of frost, damage of your arcane power spenders increases by a certain percent, and you also cast one of your other damaging arcane power spenders every second. So basically what happens while channeling the ability, I automatically cast an arcane spell, a cold spell, and a lightning spell. As you can see, that was arcane, lightning, 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 cold, lightning, cold, 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 lightning. And I can cast them manually too if I need to, right? Well, that seems all nice and good. You see how it's stacked up to 3? That's because I cast them manually. When you cast it, it only checks for the one thing that you did. It's like it's a contact. It's like it's based off of what you cast rather than what damage you actually dealt. So this whole build I've been working towards for this wizard is now complete and total poop. I can't use it. I can't. Because I have to go in there and, okay, I'm going to have to manually interrupt what I did. And, okay. I mean, I guess I can use it, I mean, but it's not even close to as... See, I'm actually running out of arcane. That whole point was to basically do like all the other classes and have infinite resource. My main question is, did you guys intend for it to be like this? If so, I would like to petition that that be changed. As is, to get this, I have to be very squishy comparative to some other builds. It would be pretty beneficial, I think, to actually be able to splat everything before they get to me. Anyway, just food for thought. I'm not sure if that was as intended or not. But there you go. Let me go ahead and pop in here and give you a little bit of actual gameplay. My argument's basically over. So this is T9. So I'm still kicking, especially with just that 750% bonus is pretty big for this difficulty. So I'm already getting some benefits. Suppose I should show you my passive skills. I had to build it up manually. And yeah, it's hitting pretty hard. But you know, like the whirlwind build for the barbarian, you have infinite resource. For the Hammer of the Ancients barbarian, you have infinite resource. That's 2 builds on the same class that have infinite resource. So it's not like it's impossible to do this. Perhaps if I spent more Paragon on resource cap, maybe it would make it more viable to have, you know, have to spam the different abilities. Maybe we should take this to higher difficulty and test it out fully. I know it's going to be kicking butt, but it's still, I mean, I never get more than 40 mil toughness, and that's just from standing still. And hitting enemies with the different abilities. So, anyway, thought you might like to see that, Blizzard / Diablo creators. And maybe take that into consideration. I shall post this video, and if anybody agrees with me, feel free to comment. Thanks.